You know, it's been a morning to the kid. My wife's out of town. I'm like sitting there packing all the lunches and everything, trying to get in. You know, I go, oh, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Wake Up Barstool. As you can see, we've got a really big time show. How about the G-Men? John Harbaugh to the Giants. Dante Moore back to Oregon. And with all this NFL news percolating, we got our girl Dianna Russini coming up at 8 a.m. to break it all down. Wake Up Barstool starts now on FS1. What's up, y'all? Welcome in Thursday. Wake Up Barstool. T-Bob A-Bear. We got Jersey Jerry, Mark Titus. Oh. PFT. Why did they just switch up the order?
No, it was just the hat going backward. Is that?
I don't know. I'm very.
Decision.
I'm off platform right now.
Coward's going to opt out of his contract.
if we're being honest right now, I'm off platform, and I don't know if I'm like Lamar Jackson. I don't know if I can throw off platform.
That wasn't criticism. I was just trying to understand the decision.
Like Harbaugh gets dart. He's great at that. Harbaugh seems to be good at coaching it. I'm a pocket passer. And I'm not in the pocket today.
I'm just hearing, actually, ratings are down 79%.
Yeah, there we go.
Because T-Bob's hat's backwards.
Oh, my God, dude.
Cold open.
The disaster.
People are asking where the cold open is, T-Bob.
I know,
sad.
guys.
We look forward to that every week.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, we got something.
You could wear the hat backwards.
Now I got to get rid of the hat.
I was curious what the thought process was.
I got to get rid of that. Shout out Joe McGuire, though. They sent a bunch of cool Texas Tech stuff up here.
It's worse when
the thought process was like, I didn't love how it looked when I saw it for the first time on camera, and then I flipped it backwards, and I hated it even more.
If your quarterback wears a backwards hat and gets criticized, that's one thing. But if he wears the backwards hat, gets criticized, and then ditches the hat altogether because of the criticism, that's worse.
That's even worse. That's what I'm saying.
I'm panicking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm panicking. My draft stock is tanking right now. They're calling me mentally weak. Doesn't respond well to adversity. You know who I need to cheer me up? The most ebullient member of the show that we have, our guy Big T. Look at that guy. Hello. Effervescence and joy defined.
Good morning.
Is he fired up every morning? T, what's up, dog?
You know how it is, brother.
Oh, that I do, brother. That I do. How about it, though? Shout out to New York Giants fans, man. They've had a rough go of things ever since the Tom Coughlin era ended. Looking at there, I know they've hired many coaches since, and we'll get into it. But I still can just never get over the fact that they hired Ben McAdoo.
Yeah.
And both of just name and look. That to me remains the ultimate sign of how lost they have been. And here comes John Harbaugh finalizing a deal. They're not letting him out of the building. This is a massive win for the New York Giants.
I agree, but it shows the power of what a hot young quarterback can do in terms of attracting a new coach.
True.
And Jameis Winston's that guy. And I think Harbaugh saw that opportunity, and he's like, I'm not leaving without a contract. I'm working with Jameis.
Vibes guy. Nobody is more fun to work with, to be around, to inspire you than is Jameis Winston.
I think he's a great, stable coach, which is what the Giants are. They've been craving that for a long time. If you look back at the recent history of Giants head coaches, I think we all forget about Pat Shurmur.
I completely forgot about Pat Shurmur, too.
I don't remember that at all.
Till prepping for this segment. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's like we kind of fast-forwarded through that time frame. They had Pat Shurmur, McAdoo, Joe Judge, all kind of the same guy.
Wow.
That melded
They had that
into
many
one.
coaches.
Look, since Tom Coughlin.
Give me the rundown.
McAdoo went 13 and 15. Actually, not bad for as much crap. Just hit the hair. Pat Shurmur went 9 and 23. Joe Judge went 10 and 23. Yeah. Brian Daboll went 20 and 40. So it's been bad. It's been really bad for a while now. And now you get John Harbaugh, who is 180 and 113 and 13 and 11 in the playoffs.
Like Giants fans should be excited, no doubt about that. But what is the realistic expectation now? Like, do we expect the Giants as John Harbaugh? Like, obviously not next year, but in this John Harbaugh era, are they going to compete for a Super Bowl? Does that matter to Giants fans right now? They just want, as you said, PFT, some stability, some sort of. They want to go into football games knowing our coach is not going to blow this necessarily.
The recent history of the New York Giants tells you that they've been the exact opposite of the Steelers in terms of stability, where it's like they will be terrible for most of the years, but then when they make the playoffs, they will win you the Super Bowl. And they will win a Super Bowl in dramatic fashion against an incredible team.
They're kind of like LSU, T-Bob.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's LSU.
Yeah, we
It's like really, really bad, and then suddenly every so often you're like, we're just going to win a national championship.
I've always compared LSU to like barbarian tribes of old, where there's a lot of infighting and everybody's kind of climbing over one another. But every now and then, a warlord arises and he kind of unites the clans and they roll over everybody and then they just dissolve again.
That's Auburn to me.
Yeah, Auburn's very
Auburn
similar as
either
well.
wins the title or is 6-6.
Now, expectations for the Giants under Harbaugh, though. I mean, I'm thinking playoffs year one.
Yeah.
Is that too much? Really? I mean, the NFC East is a relatively weak division.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but
I'm just saying this. The NFC South has caught a lot of strays. And I'm looking at an AFC North that was garbage and just fired both their big-time coaches, and an NFC East that, with what happened to the Eagles, doesn't look like they were any good either this year.
Right. The Eagles, they did win the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
And they did have, I believe, 2 teams made the playoffs last year from the NFC East. But you're right. It's not a bad division to be in terms of, like, if you're looking at all the coaching vacancies. I think they've got, obviously, a good quarterback in Jackson Dart. I'm curious to see what happens with Joe Shane, because that's the guy that the Giants fans wanted gone. 2 years ago, they wanted this guy gone. And so I don't know if right now Harbaugh says he's going to work with him, but I imagine that he would be the first guy to go. If you get a new coach in and you trust this new coach with, holding the franchise in their hands, if he works for a year with Joe Shane and is like, hey, this guy's terrible, he's got to go. I think they'd listen to Harbaugh on that matter.
Harbaugh seems like he would have the skins on the wall, right? I
Yeah.
mean, would you agree with that, Jer?
I would agree. I'm excited for the Giants. I really am. They have a good defense.
Yep.
Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo coming back, Neighbors. They got pieces. They can compete.
And okay, let's explore the Jackson Dart element then. And it's funny because I'll just get into a little sausage making here. Just now, our producer Jeremy, very good producer, whispered in my ear like, do you think Jackson Dart's excited because it didn't exactly go well with Lamar? But I want to explore that. Did it not go well with Lamar? I think it went fantastically.
Yeah, he won MVPs.
Well, and I think they fell apart maybe a bit at the end. It seems like there was some relationship drama there. But anytime you work with somebody for long enough, I think you kind of always run the risk of that. But think back. Do you remember Harbaugh when Lamar was younger and he'd be like talking to Lamar on the sideline and it was like, you're changing the world, like you're inspiring the next generations. Like there was a very real connection there for a very long time that produced a lot of success. So, yeah, I think this is a home run for Jackson Dart himself as well, another quarterback that wants to use his legs to try to create.
Yeah, I think Jackson Dart is a great talent. I can see why a good head coach like Harbaugh would be drawn to work with him. Maybe things in Baltimore went off the rails after the contract with Lamar. I think that having Lamar's mom be his agent and things kind of went dark for a while, it feels like that's where the relationship kind of took a, I don't want to say they turned sour, but it sounds like they went their separate ways and sent them on these 2 different paths. And as long as Jackson Dart, his mom, isn't doing the contract for him, I think John Harbaugh will be very, very happy to work with him. I think he's definitely a reason why you would take that job.
Well, that's why I brought up the expectations earlier, because as a guy who's not really well-versed on the inner workings of the Baltimore Ravens, and you're sitting on the outside, to me, the Ravens feel like they're in a better situation than the Giants roster-wise.
Yeah.
And if John Harbaugh could not get these Baltimore Ravens to the playoffs, and the Ravens, who, despite his success through the year, said, we've had enough of this guy, get him out of here, then, I mean, obviously the Giants should be excited, because as you listed the run of head coaches they've had, and this is absolutely an upgrade. But is this a situation where John Harbaugh is how old? 60?
Yeah.
63? Like, is this? Do we expect? Say he's the coach for the Giants for like 7 years.
63.
Do we expect in those 7 years
62.
the Giants? It's week 12, and we're sitting down here talking about the Giants looking like a Super Bowl contender. Probably not, right? But does that matter to the Giants?
I don't know. I think there's actually a pretty good chance that we are. I think what...
I guess, yeah, if that is true, what is the case? How because that doesn't compute in my brain.
Yeah, no, if I had to say, because you're right? Like, your points are well made about, I think, Baltimore being in a better position right now than New York is, so why should we expect them to do better in New York? I would say that maybe part of the failure in Baltimore this year, obviously injuries played a part, and that's always going to, I mean, when you don't have Lamar for extended stretches of time, but also I think there is a bit of familiarity breeding contempt, where like that message had maybe started to fall on deaf ears and players weren't responding in the same way. And when you look at the Giants, everything that Harbaugh does to them is going to seem so much more competent and so new. And I think that maybe some of his CEO ability can be more impactful than it was in Baltimore. And like Jerry said, I mean, they got a good young team.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good. That's the kind of funny part about somebody like Joe Shane. The record's terrible, but if you have like a couple draft classes, it's like Andrew Berry getting kept in Cleveland. Like he made the Deshaun Watson deal. You would think that would be enough to chop anybody's head off, but Cleveland's draft class last year was pretty damn good. So yeah, I think it was a mutual problem between Baltimore and Harbaugh. I still think Harbaugh is an elite coach. I mean, Jerry, you've seen him in the AFC North all these years. How do you feel about him?
I think he's a great coach. I do. I think he's like a Tomlin in a way. Great motivator, leader of men. I don't know. I just feel like there was a decision between the organization. Are we getting rid of Lamar or are we getting rid of Harbaugh? And I think they chose Harbaugh.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's because I think that the more rare commodity there is the MVP quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's,
Of course.
There have been a bunch of new coaches recently that have kind of blown up the myth of it takes time to turn around a franchise.
True.
Right? Like that, I feel bad for coaches now, especially like the retread ones that get hired. Maybe the league's passed them by a little bit. They used to love to come into new jobs and be like, it's going to take like 3-4 years to flip this roster over. There's been a lot of damage that's been done. And recently you've got like, your Ben Johnsons. Dan Quinn did it last year. But you've got like Harbaugh, the other Harbaugh, when he came back into the league, kind of like blew up that excuse of like, hey, give me some time so I can kind of ease my way into this job. Now it's like, you better see results soon. I think the Giants do crave stability though. If you're that ownership group and you've had a bunch of coaches that you've had to constantly like make decisions on every single year, it feels like, you just crave somebody that's going to come in and be like, all right, just let me handle this for a while. Like it takes that decision making off your desk. I think he's going to have a long leash, even if he doesn't win in year one. But I don't think he has the excuse that coaches used to have, where if he comes in and goes, if he wins 4 games next year, I think people are going to start to question him already, right off the bat.
Well, he also has the resume that I think you always want to seek out when you're hiring, or at least it probably feels good to, where the fans can't really be mad at you if it goes wrong. Because on paper, it looked perfect.
Yeah.
Like this was a home run hire. Look at what this guy's done. And then also as ownership, you don't, let's say Harbaugh does something you kind of side eye and you don't agree with, but you can fall back on, but he does know. It's not like one of these other guys that we just mentioned, like a Judge or a Shermer, when they make some decision like, well, this guy, did I just screw this all up? Did I hire an idiot? John Harbaugh is not that. So I think this is a massive win for the Giants.
I like that they didn't want to let him out of the building. They brought Jackson Dart into the building to just charm him. Just like look him in his eye.
I like that.
Be like, hey man, I'd like to spend more time with you.
Did Marty Mush report this?
He did.
Break this?
He broke it yesterday.
Shout out Marty Mush. He broke the news, right?
Yesterday,
Yeah, he had a graphic and everything made for himself. It was pretty good.
He's getting 0 credit today.
Zero credit.
It's tough.
Have Photoshops gotten too good in terms of the NFL national newsbreakers? Because it used to be a thing where, if somebody got hired somewhere, you'd have to wait 12 hours to get the Photoshop. It was done with the announcement. When Schefter made the announcement, they had the Photoshop ready to go for him already.
Well, bro, nowadays you don't even have to do Photoshop, right?
I grokked,
or even Canva.
Yeah, I grokked. Grokk's a good friend of mine. I grokked Jameis Winston in replacement of Jackson Dart's face on the Adam Schefter Photoshop.
See?
And listen, all the
You
haters
can
out
do
there
that.
that think that AI is not ready to take over all our jobs, if we can show the picture, the grok that I did, it's my work of art that I did via the
I'd like to see the
robot.
Via Grok.
I'd like to see the graph.
It is.
You didn't use Adobe Photoshop?
Is a perfect representation of Jameis Winston's face over Jackson Dart's face. I think we might be able to pull that up later.
How many
Wait a second.
Photoshops do you think get wasted a year?
Oh well, I would love to see.
Like how many memes? How many is he wasting a year? Because he does stuff pretty quick, right?
Well, Memes is good at repurposing his Photoshops.
Okay.
So it's like waste not, want not. If you go on a hunt, you kill the buffalo, you're going to use every part of the buffalo at some point.
Gotcha.
With Schefter, I bet he's got just terabytes of unused Photoshops of deals that were almost done.
Similarly, don't they write obituaries early?
Yeah.
Really?
They're like Fox probably has thousands of obituaries ready to go in case people die. But I was always curious, when do you write those? When do you start?
They probably have a meeting. They have a meeting.
Like a Hall of Fame class, like they sit down, they're like, you're obituary eligible. We're gonna now vote on.
I think anybody above the age of 60.
65. When you get on like Medicare and Medicaid and stuff.
Yeah.
65?
Yeah, 65. Once a celebrity turns 65, they
that's
type
when you
up
start thinking
the
about it.
obit and get it ready.
I never knew they did that.
Yeah, if you like get arrested as a young celebrity,
Yeah.
they probably say, okay, let's get you ready to go. Just
This guy's a
in case.
prodigy. Let's get that.
Yeah.
Jeff Lowe, I think, for Good Morning America, made all the like pre-death
The graphics.
graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, had them just ready to roll. There's an old SNL skit where they're doing that where he's like, Gerald Ford, and he's going through all the different stories because is it Dan Ratherman? He's trying to go on vacation. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Jerry, Steelers.
Yeah.
No more Tomlin. We've talked about it on this show, but as our preeminent Steelers excellence, our representative here, how are we feeling? Where's our head at? You see the Giants get Harbaugh. Mm-hmm. What are you thinking about? Who are you interested in?
Listen, I'll share gut level here. Did I want Tomlin gone? Yes, of course. Been wanted for a long time now. When I seen that graphic, I said to myself, oh, because I didn't expect it.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
I didn't know how to feel about it. It's like, I'm so comfortable with these seasons. Now I don't know what's going to happen.
The dog that chased the car, and you caught it.
Yeah, you caught
now
the car.
what?
Yeah, now what, Listen, they're bringing in some guys, some good guys. The one I don't know about much, maybe, Eric can help me, or Titus, or T-Bob.
I'll help you.
Shielhaas. He's the new.
Shielhassy?
Yeah, I've been saying Shielhaas. I could be wrong.
Shielhaas, okay.
But I don't know. But he's the new McVay protege.
Okay, that's the passing game coordinator for the Rams, right?
Yeah.
I like that
Very
guy.
young
Just
guy,
look at him, I like it.
former Illini quarterback.
Illinois,
Yes,
right?
he's
Yeah,
a
that's
former Illini
Illinois
quarterback.
They bought him in, which was like, I was like, oh, wow, this is different. They don't do this.
And this is probably lost because the Steelers have only had 4 coaches ever, but they hired Tomlin at 34.
Yeah, young.
With only 1 year coordinator experience. So that's pretty ballsy of them.
He was a secondaries coach at Tampa.
Shielhaas, there may be a little juice there.
Well, what kind of coach do you want, Jerry?
Listen, I mean, it's unrealistic. It is. But if I'm on live TV right now, I'll say it. And I really don't care what Dave says. Give me Gruden. Give me Gruden.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me Gruden. Take him away from Barstool. Like, he's great. Listen, probably one of the best Barstool hires of all time. I'll say it. But he doesn't. He's supposed to be a Steelers coach.
Yeah.
Like he's meant to be in that black and gold. He ain't meant to do.
He can do both, though.
Can he though?
But we don't want to lose him at Barstool.
I know.
He'll do a Gottlieb. He can do a Gottlieb.
It worked out well, yeah.
Gottlieb's team's doing better this year.
Jerry, now if you got Tomlin,
Then
that
he
means
quit the media.
you'd also get Jake Malicek.
Yeah, I didn't
would
think
be a
about
Steeler.
that. Yeah,
He'd be a Steeler.
Malzahn would be a Steeler. That's
would be
right.
tough.
You would be in though, Jerry. You'd be.
I know.
in.
I'd be
You'd
on the
you'd be
sideline. I'd be doing the water with the players, everything.
All right, questions from a third grader coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. Let's see what's PFT's stable of curious young minds has for us this week.
I love that. That's where your mind goes. I get access.
Yeah, you just want to spray the water in Watt's mouth. Saturday on Fox. After dethroning the defending champs, Christian McCaffrey leads the Niners against Sam Darnold and the top-seeded Seahawks. The divisional round playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax, Saturday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, only on Fox. That's going to be a really good game, guys. I can't wait for that rubber match. I love the rhythm. They played week 1, then they played all the way in week 18, both battles. Now they're squaring up again.
You think last game maybe Shanahan was playing a little possum?
I
Didn't
think
empty the bag?
I don't know. I mean, well, I'm going to say no because I think a bye would have been I think a bye and home field advantage is way too massive to not empty the clip.
Yeah.
And we say empty the clip now.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's just something fun to say. Like, yeah, they lost, they got blown out, but this one's gonna be close.
Yeah, because he wasn't trying.
Shanahan knows.
Yeah, he wasn't trying.
He knew. He knew
Yeah,
that
he
they
knew.
would play each other again.
I will say Trent Williams coming back may be a big deal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm rolling with Seattle here.
A lot of points. A lot of points. That's a pretty big gap for a divisional game like that.
Yes.
Is it 7?
It's 7.5. Yeah. What happened?
It went up to 7.5. It might have come back down.
What happened to Sam Darnold? And we don't trust him in the playoffs.
Bro,
now all of a sudden.
Well, I guess I still don't trust Sam Darnold, but I just really trust the Seahawks defense.
Yeah.
Like
And
more
we
than
don't trust
anybody.
the Niners third stringers. That
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, they got like at a certain point, it has to be
Yeah.
enough's enough with the Niners.
Fred Warner might come back.
Yeah.
Oh God, maybe
That was crazy.
Yeah.
The the Sam Darnold thing goes beyond playoffs, though, Mark. I was shocked to read this the other day, and I've said it here a couple of times on the show. Number one in QBR through the first 11 weeks. So number one, incredible. Since then, 27th. So like not even just a
it's
regression.
not just the playoffs. It's just
He just
late
completely
season.
inverted at some point.
Are we on turning back into a pumpkin watch?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It has to
think
be.
so.
Is the clock striking midnight?
Potentially. Maybe you can prove him wrong, though.
How does Sam
Maybe
Darnold,
the prince is still in love with him.
How does he silence the haters short of winning the Super Bowl?
I think winning one playoff game.
Making the Super Bowl, winning one playoff game. If he plays well against the Niners and they win by 17, is it like everybody shut up about?
I mean,
don't
their
think-
defense is
I don't
so
think
bad,
so, 'cause
though.
I think if in the NFC Championship, if he poops his pants, then we're right back talking about how he can't get it done.
In a way, we're going to judge him kind of differently from how we judge Josh Allen. So Josh Allen has been awesome in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he still sometimes gets slapped with the tag of can't win the big one. Mm-hmm. Sam Darnold, he could throw for like 117 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, and they win the game, and we're like, Sam got it done.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's mostly like, is he going to have a game where he goes like 0 touchdowns, 3 picks, and they lose, and then it's
It's really the
controversial.
picks with him, right? Like it's not.
He leads the
like,
league in
if
turnovers.
because you're looking at the Purdy versus Darnold. Honestly, if on the right, if Darnold does that, I think that's fine. I think that's good enough for the Seahawks
But that's like
to win.
that's funny because that's PFT's point, right?
Yeah.
Like Darnold does that, but the Seahawks win, and we're like, hey, he's good. Whereas poor Josh Allen,
as long as he doesn't throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Josh Allen throws for like 350, rushes for 2 tuds, but then they lose. They're like, oh, Josh, you just
Choke artist.
just can't find a way to
Gag on it, Josh. Yeah.
all right, so I can't wait for that game. Right now, though, it's time for one of my favorite segments. PFT loves the youth. He's very involved in a lot of youth programs, including keeping a stable of third graders very well fed and taken care of. And they write in to ask us questions every single week on Wake Up Barstool. Let's see what they have for us this week.
Let's see here. Questions from a 3rd grader. Back in school, getting back in the swing of things, feeling curious. All right, this is Maddie from Maryland.
Yes.
What athlete could you see putting their name behind a crypto rug pull if it came out?
I cannot even begin to explain how passionate I am about crypto rug pulls.
Yeah.
I desperately want to put this to the test. I want to make a wake-up scam coin.
Okay.
And I want to tell everybody it's a scam coin.
Right.
And that we're going to rug pull, and I bet you we could still make money.
You got attached to a viral moment, though. That's the thing. So, like, T-Bob, your moment on the stream the other week.
Yep.
That we had.
Yeah.
If we were
Take coin.
Gooch coin, yeah.
Gooch coin.
Gooch
Gooch coin.
What about Mincy? I mean, guys.
Mincy coin.
That's a perfect rug pull right there.
Mincy coin.
Yeah.
It's time to mince max.
I've got an answer. We did talk about this a little bit on today's macrodosing. So I've got a pretty obvious one. College football player. And this is all allegedly. I could see it happening. Pavia coin.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Pavia. He launches it on a podcast because I think that's like his job now is to do podcasts. And he's just like, we're doing Diego coin this morning.
Big T like that.
Get in
Got
on
a
it.
smile out of
Yeah.
for that one.
I just like that he said his job is doing podcasts.
Yeah, I mean it's good work if you can get it.
I mean,
Like,
it worked out pretty well for
Yeah.
PFT.
What a
It's not a knock.
loser. Doing a podcast for a living?
Yeah.
This guy.
Well, he was saying being a podcast guest. Not he doesn't have his own.
There are professional podcast guests.
Having your own is cool
Having your own is cool, but being a guest.
if you get paid for it.
Yeah.
If you don't get paid for it, it's not cool.
I feel like Shaq would do it. Because Shaq does everything. Shaq's in every commercial. Shaq does not turn down any opportunity to make money ever.
They call me the Big Solana.
Big Solana. Diesel coin.
Diesel coin.
Yeah.
T, wait, if y'all did this on macro, do you have an answer?
We didn't do specifically athletes. The one that came to my mind, and rug pull is maybe the wrong terminology because this guy wouldn't rug pull, but J.J. Watt would put out a token, and then come what may, you know. And I love J.J. I think he's doing great work.
Well, and to be fair, I think with a lot of these celebrities and everything, they don't really know what they're attaching their name to.
Right,
Somebody
yeah.
just tells them, like, hey, we're going to make all this money. And then you just say all the things like, hey, we're in it for the long haul. It's a very exciting project. Web 3.0.
The community. I'm
The
excited
community.
to build the community.
Really excited to build a community around this.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Maybe Tua?
I don't really like Tua that much. I don't know
My
where that
2
happened.
cents, I don't know what you'd call it.
Jared, who do you think would?
He may or may not have done one. Johnny Football, maybe?
Yeah.
Johnny
Got it. Very Diego-like.
Yeah, maybe.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr.
What about Brady?
Another guy like Shaq.
Yeah.
Who kind of just attaches his name to everything.
Shaq, every proposal Shaq gets, he just goes straight to what he's getting paid and then does not read the rest of the proposal. Just signs
Also,
it.
Brady, though, I mean, he was already in the FTX stuff.
He was.
Right? So he's flirting.
He's already done
I
this.
remember
Yeah, he's
before.
already done this.
The greatest commercial of our lives is the Larry David FTX commercial.
Yeah, which you got in trouble for.
It is the most ironically perfect commercial that's ever been made.
FIFA is going to do a crypto coin at some point.
Just whip out
FIFA
his
organization, yeah. What's his name? Infante, that guy?
Mickelson's a good one.
Mickelson
Phil
definitely.
Mickelson's a good
Didn't
one.
somebody in New York just do this?
Eric Adams.
Yeah.
He showed back up.
Well, his lawyer says he did not rug pull.
Good-
There was
good
just some confusing things that happened.
That's the best part about a rug pull. Nobody's ever actually rug pulled that's rug pulled.
Yeah.
Not a single person.
Yeah,
It's
wasn't
the
there-
best crime ever.
Wasn't there a country that put all the reserves on Bitcoin or something?
Yes.
El Salvador.
Was it?
Is it?
I think El Salvador,
El
yeah.
Salvador?
Yeah,
How are they doing?
Heavily
I don't think great.
Did that
Yeah.
work out?
That's why you got to do your own.
We should test it out on the show. We should make a
Jerry,
coin
I
right
was
now.
gonna say, Jared, we could.
Bump it
Bush
and then
coin.
pull it.
Bush coin.
But you know what, Mark?
No, actually, I don't want to mess with y'all's brand.
no
It'll
Bush,
cause
no.
people to get mad
If
at
you
you.
buy a Bitcoin for $100,000 and it goes to $50,000, you still have one Bitcoin.
That's right.
That's what they
Whoa.
love to tell you.
Whoa.
Never forget. All right, what do we got next? Jack from Florida. Do you think that working directly next to the electrical substation has made the entire office more injury prone?
We do have a giant electric substation.
we do.
Right there. It could not be any closer to this office.
And this goes back to the Niners?
Yeah, it goes back to the Niners, and I think if you look around this room and around this office at large, we're the
I got,
pinnacle of health.
I got a shoulder that doesn't work. I'm worried about this 3-on-3 basketball term. My knee's hurting all more than it was before I started working.
Dana
here.
Beers got injured. We played 3-on-3.
Yeah, but he had a partial meniscus tear, I think.
Riggs tore his
Riggs tore-
Achilles.
tore his-
Yeah, tore his Achilles.
I actually think Riggs aside, we've actually done pretty well on. We should have had more injuries
Yeah.
playing basketball by this point.
I did almost snap my ankle. I had a pretty bad high ankle sprain for a while from that tournament as well.
Me and Big Cat had kidney stones.
Yeah.
A lot of kidney stones.
A lot of
around the
kidney
office.
stones. Probably about like 30 kidney stones between the two of us.
There's also, I mean, it's not just the two of y'all. I know of a few other people that had kidney stones in this office as well.
Wow.
Maybe it's a substation.
That's really the only explanation.
I do like this narrative, though,
sense.
that's developing around the 49ers because it's, I don't think that it's proven scientifically, but the vibe's out there. And once the vibe's out there, we know that the human mind is powerful.
This went from conspiracy theory to like mainstream opinion so fast. Like, I feel like this is just like this is just like accepted as fact. I don't know enough about it, but it does just seem like people are like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, was it Kittle tearing his Achilles? Like now shifted it into like, okay, there's definitely something going on there.
Yeah, and I did read that if you look at the treatment for a lot of these soft tissue injuries, it's actually putting the electrostimulation into your muscle to promote healing. But if it's just in the background all the time, we should do some sort of science experiment with it. Like I was thinking about that this morning. If we had like 2 steaks, 2 ribeyes, and we just put one directly next to the substation, and then we put the other one on the other side of the building outside.
Yeah.
And then we had Chef Donnie cook both the ribeyes up. And then we ate both of them. Would the one that's right there be more tender?
See what happens.
Would it just melt in your mouth, fall
great
apart?
question.
I think that this is an important scientific experiment we should do. And it's not just because I want to eat 2 ribeyes.
It is great when you're a fan, or not great, but when you're a fan of a team that seems to be consistently injured. Like, I've been a Pelicans fan for years, and it's almost like inexplicable. But it's also an area that we're completely ignorant on. So you can really blame whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've blamed doctors, I've blamed hospitals, I blamed trainers, I blamed coaches. Like I've shot. I never got to a substation. Maybe I need to look up an airline
But
driver there.
there has to be an explanation other than coincidence for the Niners.
I don't.
Right?
I mean, the substation. I mean,
You got it right there. Why do you think Zion's hurt all the time? Is there anything different that he does off the court?
no. I mean,
Maybe more likely to crack some ribs.
yeah, he seems. I don't know. He doesn't have many vices, not that I know of. He seems like he's a pretty straight shooter.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of any off the court
Very
drama
straight,
ever
yeah.
with him. Really, very straight.
Very straight shooter.
Very straight. And shooting maybe, a lot.
Yeah, too much.
Maybe too much.
Yeah,
actually,
the
to be
Trae
fair.
Young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I never consider that. Too much straight shooting.
Yep.
Too much straight shooting for Zion. That might be one of the potential issues there. All right, what do we got next? Oh, this is interesting.
Okay, this is, who is this?
Carrie?
Carrie from New York. Jerry, how good are you at parallel parking?
I would say I'm pretty good at parallel parking with the camera.
With the camera. What about no camera?
Haven't done it in years.
The camera is like a cheat code.
Yeah,
It used
yeah.
to be like something that, a point of pride for me.
Yeah.
That I would use the mirrors. If I had an audience, I wouldn't care. It's like, I know how to do it. I know where to line up. But the
Yeah.
camera, it's like, it makes it too easy.
Of course, yeah.
So, Jerry, I would like to offer you $1,000 in a parlay that we'll put in this week.
Okay.
If you can parallel park your car that we have outside in between two of our cars that we set up before the show. The rules are you have to get it within, I think the law is like 1 foot of the,
1 foot,
of the
yeah,
curb.
1 foot of the curb.
And you get 1 back up and 1 forward.
Okay, so
And you
Ooh,
can't
only
use-
one
and-
and only one and one.
Yeah, and you can't use the cam.
okay. Okay, so just put something over the camera then?
Or just keep your eyes up.
Okay.
We'll have a camera
Well, I'll
on.
just put my windows down.
Yeah, we'll have a camera on you.
All right.
Yeah.
So $1,000, we'll put it on a parlay this weekend.
Okay. So you want me to parallel my car
Yeah.
into a parking spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just look. Let's just
Like
do
on
it
the
right.
street.
Let's just do it right
Do it
now.
right now.
Nah.
Y'all, you go. No, y'all go. Y'all go ahead. Get up and go.
Oh, let's go do it.
Y'all go. When we get back, can Jersey Jerry parallel park for $1,000? Coming up next, Wake
Get
Up
my keys?
Barstool FS1. Also, it's like 15 degrees outside. It is
No, my keys are on
freezing
the
cold.
table. Okay.
All right.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Okay, it's time. In case you missed the setup here, we've sent Jersey Jerry and PFT to the parking lot. $1,000 on the line
I
if
can't
Jersey
do that.
Jerry can parallel park
Are we
in
good?
1 backup
That's it?
and 1
Ready to
pull
go?
forward legally.
My license plate's taped up?
See that license plates taped up, Jerry Bear? You're good. Okay, so where are the two? Okay, so here are the 2 cars that he's trying to get between right here.
Wait.
Oh wait, no, no. Okay, right here, bro. That's a
There's a
tight
space.
squeeze.
I'm not allowed to say what I'm rooting for.
There's no way.
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
Is he gonna hit PFT's car?
Oh no.
What are you rooting for, T?
This is not good.
Let's just say the ice isn't helping.
He's way too.
I don't think he's too far forward. I actually like this. What's the old rule you learned in driver's school? You're supposed to get like halfway and then
It's
you
like
cut
halfway.
it.
It's like
yeah, and like
halfway,
right after you
yeah.
get it halfway, you cut it and you gotta trust the
Tight.
front's not gonna
Oh,
hit.
no. No.
No.
1 back, 1 forward, Jerry.
No, he's okay.
PFT, can he get a reset?
No reset.
No reset.
He's okay, but
and we've got the
always-
camera taped up on the back of his car.
Trust yourself, JJ.
Bro, this is a tight. Oh, he's got this. He got this.
No, he's
Cut it, Jay. Cut it.
Cut it though.
I think he's got it.
Oh, I think he's got it too.
$1,000 on the line. Jersey Jerry, everybody freezing. Oh, no. Go forward now.
no, JJ, no.
Don't go
No,
forward
JJ.
now, Jerry. No. Okay, yeah, back. Keep going back. Or I don't want to coach him up. I don't want to give him too much inside info here.
No. Oh no.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, he hit my
No, that count. There's no damage. That counts.
I lost.
Bumpers are there
Did
for.
I hit your car? Yeah. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Is it a love tap?
It's fine. It's fine.
I think. Oh God, yeah, that's disastrous.
All right, I'm going to count that as a fail, but Jerry could have pulled forward and he could have gotten it. There was no rule in the setup about hitting a car. So Jerry could have gone back and pulled forward, and I think finished.
I would have got this.
Gary, you had it.
but he
Gary,
gave up.
You had it, dude. You had it.
Because,
You got
because I
freaked
couldn't
out.
pull up and go back, you said.
He
Also,
gave up. You got one back, one forward.
That's what bumpers are.
No, I
for
thought
on
you
a
meant,
car.
no, take a time out. I
Just
thought
a
you
little
said
bump, a
one
little
back,
love
one
tap.
forward, one back.
I said you could go back and then forward.
No, I confused the rules. I thought I could only go like that.
Confused the rules.
I would have got it.
I knew that there was a distinct possibility that Jerry was going to hit my car when
good,
we
though.
set
You're
this
good. You're
segment
good.
up, but
You're good.
we're fine. It's a love tap. Jerry, you know how to file insurance claims, right? You can get me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, great job, boys. Come back
good try,
inside.
Jerry.
Come back in the warm.
right, we'll go back
Great job. God, Jerry was right there, dude.
He had it. I still think he had it. Because I think, like, if there's no damage, it's fine. Like if you do this in a real life setting and you give a little love,
You're
tap,
not leaving a note
You
on
don't
that
leave a
car.
note,
There's
you
no
know, it's
need.
not a big
There's
deal.
no need.
Yeah.
I would also say this, Mark. I'm with you. Like, that is what bumpers are for.
bumpers are for that.
That's
Little
the
love taps.
literal reason why they were made. I mean, if there's damage, sure, whatever. But like, yeah, it should be able to handle that.
Yeah.
T, what do you? I mean, I thought he got pretty close. To
think-
No, I think he did pretty well.
Shout out, chair.
I think that was successful.
Hitting the car aside.
Yeah.
You know, no backup cameras though. We've all
Listen, cameras are
nowadays.
standard now.
The cameras are standard
You
now.
gotta have the cam.
But that's city living. You're gonna bump into a little car here and there when you're parallel parking.
All right. So speaking of being close, but no cigar, I do want to talk a little bit here. Where's Jerry going?
Jerry, you did great.
Jerry.
No, listen. The rules were skewed rules. I thought, okay, he said one forward, one back.
Oh,
I
you didn't
thought
know
he
meant
meant-
back and forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
I thought he meant I would have shimmied my way.
Yeah.
You know, I would have shit once
I
was
guess
in, I
the
would've
rules were
shimmied.
saying you got one shimmy. It was saying back and then forward. That's all you got.
Gotcha. I thought it meant like originally when you're we pull up to the spot.
Yeah.
I only thought you can go forward,
You thought that was your only forward.
only forward, and that was my only back. But
You
I
actually
got
did.
That.
No,
Like,
you actually did
had
fantastic.
one more forward
I
available
didn't know.
to you, and you didn't
I
know
didn't
that.
know it.
Yeah.
You actually did fantastic. Like you were on the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're very
I thought you
legally on
killed
the
it.
curb.
It's too big of a truck. Too
It's a
big.
giant truck.
It's too big.
I said out in the wild, even if you give a little love tap.
Oh, I ain't
who
saying
cares?
nothing, no.
You don't say, and then you pull it in and you,
Yeah,
you
no,
get out,
no,
you're fine.
And nobody knows.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do it. I thought that you were just going to go forward, but you gave up. You quit.
No, it was a misunderstanding of the rules.
No,
You didn't know
the rules. That's what I was saying.
We said the rules. You got to listen to the rules.
I know. It was my mistake.
Your rules were worded.
One back, one
Poorly.
forward.
Yes, but I thought you meant like the original pull up.
Okay,
forward,
let's
pull back.
let's put it to the vote then. Was PFT's setup flawed, and by extension, no damage to the car? Combined with the fact that we all think, like upon review, that he probably would have made it. Should PFT still have to give Jerry $1,000?
I think 500.
Here's-
The rules
here's-
were ambiguous.
Can I propose something?
Yes.
Next week, Jerry has to go left, like on a one-way street.
Okay.
Everybody,
I like that.
we all learn how to parallel park at some point in our lives, but we all learned to like park on the right side.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But in city living, you have one-way streets,
I like
where sometimes
that.
you got to park left.
Yeah.
we'll run back our
Just
weekly
run it
parallel
back, but
parking
it's like you got to
segment.
go left.
Here's what we'll do. We got two Vanny Woodheads that are in the garage right now. We can have the Vanny Woodhead set up, and
Yeah.
you gotta fit right in between them.
I like that. That's a
yeah,
good
my
idea.
car's taking a lot of damage if we keep
Yeah,
using
well,
it.
also, why didn't we just use cones to do like so the cars don't get messed
No, you got to apply a little pressure.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, you got to have some stakes in the
Yeah.
game.
Got it.
We make this a weekly segment. It's mid-June and we're still there. And of
Hey,
course,
shout
it's
out to
time for parallel
production though.
parking.
We had
Yeah.
the inside camera. We had picture in picture. That was
awesome.
great, guys.
Jerry, make sure to take the tape off your backup camera on your car.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
And your license plate.
Yeah.
Make
I don't
sure
care about
you cover those.
Yeah, Jerry hides those.
Okay.
I don't got a front plate.
All right, when we get back here, guys, we got big T's. That's right, and some college basketball. And Marky Marky's going to tell us the goings-ons, what we should be watching, the crazy finishes.
I've seen worse parallel. Like you can
That's
just leave
great.
it like that. I've
Yeah.
seen.
I do.
I've
wish
seen
you
way
would've-
worse.
I wish you would have straightened the wheel from a visual standpoint.
Well, I didn't
wish
pull
you
my
would've
car out of there.
Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. It's time. All we do on this show is hand out gambling winners, guys. I allegedly. I guess probably there's some legal reasons. That's not true. But this is going to be true. At least I believe it will be. Big T's, National Championship Edition. Here we are at the end of all things. One more game to rule them all for college football. Big T, what do you got?
I just want it to be over, man. Listen, we're going to do this one more time.
Sounds confident.
Bet it, don't bet it. I don't care.
Oh, no.
Indiana, money line. I said I was going to keep betting against them. Maybe they're just gonna steamroll everybody and be the best team ever, I guess. I don't know. Charlie Becker, 40 receiving yards, has really come on strong second half of the year out of, I believe, Christ Presbyterian Academy in Nashville. Check me on that. Elijah Surratt, touchdown. He has a touchdown in like 6 or 7 straight games, I think. I didn't even do that on purpose. But and Mark Fletcher, touchdown for Miami. I think it's a 31-20 Indiana win.
Man, you sounded so dejected during that entire Big T's, dude.
What's the record on the year?
3-4 and 13, 12.
We got off to a hot start.
Real quick, 30 seconds here, boys. Should Indiana fans be worried that Big T's now hopped on board?
Yeah, is that the moment?
Is that the moment? I don't know.
Yeah,
that would be a shame. I would hate that.
Because him, Brandon Walker, all the actually no, Brandon's still kind of hyping up Miami too. I would say. Anyway,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they should. I think they should be concerned. It does feel like we've fast forwarded past the Indiana plucky underdog story, where now Miami is like the team that nobody expects to win now.
Yeah.
And we fast forwarded past Indiana's magical season where they finally win a championship after being the worst team in college football.
Yesterday
now we're like, man, I got to root for the underdog. Let's go Miami.
Yesterday we did a 2019 comparison with 2019 LSU,
Which I think is disrespectful to LSU. I think LSU would smoke them.
Okay, yeah, look, hey, I'm inclined to agree. All right, coming up next, it's time to dive into the world of the NFL with one of our favorites, Dianna Russini, coming up next live here on Wake Up Barstool. Shout out, Dianna. Welcome back here at Wake Up Barstool on FS1, and right now it's time to be joined by one of our favorite friends here on WUB and one of the preeminent NFL insiders and voices. That is Dianna Russini, here to answer all of our NFL queries. Dianna, what's going on? Thank you so much for waking up with us again this morning.
Of course. Good morning. I'm sorry. I was going to join you on Tuesday with Big Cat, and he texted me, was like, hey, see you tomorrow, right? And I'm like, I'm vomiting. I've had the stomach bug for 4 days and it won't go away. So I'm basically playing a flu game right now for you guys because I just wanted to join it. Obviously, with PFT being there, I was like, I got to suck this up because he's going to make fun of me.
And I'm guessing this vomiting would likely trace back to a children's school or a daycare or something. Has it ravaged the entire household?
Isn't it always? They all had it last week, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. And then, of course, during a very relentless, aggressive coaching hiring cycle, not a good time. I don't know what you guys are like when you are under the weather, but light and phone, it bothers me a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's not a great trait when you have to be on your phone all the time. So either way, who cares about that? The New York Giants, I can tell you, are screaming from the rooftops. I talked to a bunch of people with the organization this morning, and if you think I'm slightly energized right now, they're 7 times more hyper than I am at this moment because they're so pumped to get John Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he was the one guy that they wanted. I assumed that when you were sick, it had something to do with you saw Kittle get the bottle of tequila delivered to him in the locker room last weekend. I thought maybe you partook, you helped him take it down, and that put you out of commission for a couple days. But you're saying
you're not the only person to bring that up. People are like, you're just hungover. You definitely did shots. So that was just such a funny thing, and I kind of took a gamble. Full disclosure. So soon as Kittle went down, I went into the tunnel. Right. So most of us reporters are up in the press box. But we have access to anything during the game. And so I just figured Kittle would probably be unique in this situation, knowing that it was going to be a season-ending injury. So I was like, let me just go see. And so it was the typical scene. You see Jed York go in there. You see Claire Kittle, his wife, go in there. And I was just about to leave because I'm like, okay, not much going on. I'm going to go back up to the box and hang out. And I see this guy that I had seen on the field earlier that I knew worked for the 49ers. And under his arm was a box of Patron. And I'm like, I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but why late in the second quarter would a 49ers employee be bringing a bottle of tequila? It must be for George. And of course, it turned out to be Jed York had asked George, like, can I do anything for you? And he's like, yeah, get me tequila.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like that.
That's incredible.
Did Big Dom visit him? Because I know that Big Dom from time to time has visited injured opposing players like Scattaboo. Did he visit Kittle?
Yeah. I didn't notice Dom in that situation. Post game, I saw him floating around. Dom doesn't really float, but yeah, he moves.
Yeah, he moves inside.
I did see Dom in the locker room, and he's usually pretty electric because that's just his vibe. But he was sitting in one player's locker, and he was just like this, like just straight up. And I just looked at him, and I just did there was nothing to say, The Philadelphia Eagles knew that they absolutely blew this year, and they have no one to blame but themselves.
I want to ask you about the Commanders, but nobody cares about the Commanders right now. I think everyone agrees they all knocked it out of the park with David Blau. He was the #1 guy on a lot of people's list for offensive coordinator. So we won't get into that. But back to the Giants. I feel like the coordinator roles are going to be very important for Harbaugh, right? Is he just going to go back to the well of Harbaugh offensive coordinators, or is he going to look outside the realm of your Greg Romans?
Yeah, so when I had a conversation with the Giants about this morning, their perspective on it was the advantage we have is we are the first team to hire the head coach. So we'd be dumb if we just went with whoever John wants when there's a gigantic field of candidates out there, right? I did have one person in football text me, you know who the Giants should bring in as OC? Brian Daboll. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't think it's that bad of an idea, right? Like, let John run the ship, let him, instill an accountable culture and do all the things a head coach has to do in New York specifically, and bring Brian in there to coach Jackson. That seemed to work pretty well, but I don't think that's a reality. So I do think Todd Monken is definitely the lead candidate at this point. But I'm interested to see some of these candidates they're going to bring in.
Dianna, what about, whenever there's a big free agent visit, coaching visit like this, everybody loves to talk about, don't let him out the building, right? Don't let him out the building. It's almost like you're preparing a recruiting pitch. Do you have any insight? Because Harbaugh was supposed to visit Tennessee. He had some other things lined up. Do you have any insight as to what exactly the Giants did to charm him and manage to make him not leave the building?
Yeah, here's the good thing that the Giants had working for them. John wanted them, right? So they didn't have to work that hard. Money talks, right? So he's expected to sign a 5-year deal somewhere in the range of $20 million APY, right? So that puts you up there with some of the highest paid football coaches in the NFL. So I don't necessarily think it was a hard pitch. I know that there was a lot of chatter that they're going all in. They were enthusiastic, of course, and they were trying to do everything to land this because in their mind, they felt that he was without a doubt the #1 candidate in the open market. And I think they would have been pretty darn disappointed if they didn't bring this thing home. But, with Jackson Dart showing up to the meeting and you get to meet Jackson and, you have those conversations, that always helps if you've ever been around him, if you've seen interviews with Jackson. He's also a pretty magnetic human. So I don't think it was that tough of a push. They're hanging on his ankles at Teterboro. I don't think that's how it went down. In fact, I got some text messages even before the story broke from people close to the Giants already celebrating. So they were enjoying themselves last night knowing that they got John.
Jerry?
Yeah, Dianna, hey, I'm Jerry. I see you all over the Twitter. It's nice to...
I know, Jerry, I read an article you wrote about me recently. I have 2 N's in my name.
No, that wasn't me. That was Jerry Thornton.
Yeah. You sure?
Classic mix-up. I'll tell you.
Total classic. Yeah. I usually don't read you, truthfully. So that's...
Well, Jerry doesn't write.
I don't write. I don't write.
Oh, that's probably why I don't read you. You know when I read you on stupid Twitter.
Yeah, I don't even know how to log into a laptop most days.
Well, he does have a laptop.
Just got a laptop.
I just got a new one. So.
Jerry, trust me. If the New York Times hired me to write, you can write. So you're in good company.
So I'm a big-time Steelers fan. Is there any insight you can give me on the Steelers head coaching situation?
Yeah, obviously this is very new to them. So let's just start with, I think there's just so much stuff out there. So I'll try to clean up what I know. The Steelers weren't shocked this happened. They were back channeling for the last few weeks on potential candidates, knowing that this was seriously on the table. Marcus Freeman was a name that the Steelers had reached out to before. I think Marcus has really doubled down now. I feel like, once you go up to your podium and you're like, I'm the head coach of Notre Dame, it's going to be a tough look if he walks that back. I get the sense that that's pretty much a closed deal now. He's going to stay at Notre Dame. But from what I can gather so far, and some of this is just also talking to agents that represent a lot of these candidates, I don't think they're going to veer off the type of coach that they want. This isn't going to be a team that I expect to go for the hot OC candidate or some young guy with, that's known around the league for some great defense. I think they're going to go for more of the leader of men type thing, which I know is such a corny phrase. But I think that's where you're going to be able to find your next head coach. Look for those guys that are known for being kind of those player coaches that can hold guys accountable. And that's where it's going to start. But they just began yesterday. They're behind.
Yeah. So
you're
if you look around the league right
Flores? Now. Brian Flores is interviewing with them. Are you asking, do I think he's got a good shot?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I lean towards no, but I could also see Brian Flores going in there and just pointing to what he's been able to do with that Vikings defense, which I saw up close and personal on Christmas Day when they played the Lions. And it was kind of gross to watch after a while. You just felt bad. I was like, Jared Goff, just throw the white flag, man.
What about John Gruden? Jerry wants John Gruden.
John Gruden. Yeah, I love Gruden.
Well, it's so funny you say that. I was looking up John yesterday because I'm like, where is he? And it's just pictures of him on planes. Like, what is he? Like, I'm asking you guys, where is he right now? What is he doing?
He's outside right now, Jerry. You could go get him.
He's in the back. He's
down the hall.
Go get him. Ask him.
All it takes is one. Right? All it takes is one organization to bring him in and watch. You will see all of us reporting, 6 teams after that, that are interested in him. But now we've got 8 other openings. The Titans have fulfilled the Rooney Rule. They still have got interviews set up this weekend with Mike McCarthy. They've got Robert Saleh lined up. Arthur Smith met with them last night. Remember there was a time when we just thought this was like a slam dunk for Matt Nagy? And now they've interviewed like 20 people, but they're just doing their diligence.
And they're like, yeah, I guess Matt Nagy's not the right guy. They talked to a second guy.
I do think teams like to just pick the brains of a lot of these coaches to just see how they do it. They don't necessarily want them, but they're just trying to learn. I also think a lot of these interviews are also interviews for the OCDC candidate openings that they have. And so they just kind of package these things in one. And then, you have this long list that looks ridiculous. But I think they feel really good I think they know what they're doing, actually, in terms of who they're hiring, but they're just going through the process.
What about the Falcons? The Falcons are interesting to me because we've got Matt Ryan, who's the president of football, that's the
great title,
kick-ass job title of all time. And he's kind of like spearheading this thing to a certain extent. Do we think that they're going to go with somebody out of the college ranks? Because I said this a while ago on this show, but I feel like they might have some interest in a Kirby Smart. And Matt Ryan said Kirby Smart in his press conference the other day. Are they gonna be looking at NFL guys, or are they gonna dip their toes into college?
Yeah, well, first off, for Atlanta, the Matt Ryan hire was the absolute best thing they could do. Because just talking to coaches that are interested in that job, he's the highlight. It starts there. Wow. Because Matt is so respected around football, and a lot of coaches just know him and they have relationships with him. So that's obviously helpful. They know him from his playing days. Some of them have coached him. So I think that's been such an advantage for Atlanta in this. And look, they obviously have a really good roster. The question mark in Atlanta is always going to be the quarterback, right? If Michael Penix Jr. can stay healthy, I think it helps the sell job, we'll call it. But I still think there's a question mark with what they're going to do at the quarterback position moving forward anyways. Like Michael Penix is going to be there, but I don't know how much confidence people have in him really being the guy for the next few years. So in terms of the college ranks, I don't get the sense that they're looking for an inexperienced NFL head coach. I think they want to go. They don't want to do this whole like first time thing as an organization because they've done it before. We've seen it. And they've done it recently. So I would expect them to go after somebody who's done it before, which is why I think Kevin Stefanski is probably one of their lead candidates right now.
Dianna, a few weeks ago, you came on here and we were talking about maybe something like unexpected that could be coming down, and you mentioned Matt LaFleur, and this is actually backed up with like other reporting over the ensuing time, and then it ended all pretty disastrously with LaFleur in Green Bay this season. What is his current job status? Do you think he'll be back as the Green Bay Packers head coach next year?
Yeah, I think I'd word it as it ended the absolute worst way it could have gone for Matt LaFleur, right? Like, that was literally what was like, don't do this. Boom, and they did it, unfortunately. No, I get the sense that Green Bay and Matt LaFleur are going to be working towards a deal, and he's going to stay there. I haven't had any conversations with anyone that has said, like, look, this thing is coming to a head. They're not willing to give him a new contract. If anything, those conversations are in deep talks right now, where they're trying to keep Matt signed up there, you know, to stay in Green Bay. And those are one of those things where I'd say probably more than any other head coach, either who's currently a head coach or just recently was fired. That's the one where everyone around football is like, what are we missing? Why would anyone think Matt LaFleur is not good enough for the Green Bay Packers? He's obviously very good at what he does, but I just think sometimes when you see games like, unfortunately, what they did against the Bears, you lose doubt, and everyone's memories are so short. So I think for Green Bay, if the fans like him, they'll be happy that he's back. But, you know, we will see how this shakes out. But I don't expect any other, like, there better not be another firing at this point. I don't know if I could handle it. But, I mean, if you look around the league, there's really no one, in my opinion, that would be in trouble because most are set and moving on towards the next chapter here.
What about McDermott? Has McDermott reached the point now with the Bills where even if he loses, even if he gets his teeth kicked in the battle that Sean's coming up this weekend, is he going to be safe in Buffalo?
Yeah, I was curious about that one before the last game. There was definitely a little smoke there where you were hearing like, could this be a one and done? I don't get the sense that that's going to be something serious. If they were to lose to Bo Nix,
I got one.
You know, and the Denver Broncos.
Jerry has one.
I have one more, Dianna, if you don't mind.
Even after all the mean stuff you said about her in that
I
vlog?
never said it. That wasn't me. How do you get your information?
She's getting a text right now. You can see it.
Yeah,
she's checking something. Where are you checking?
I'm not checking.
Guys, there was somebody that was texting you. There was someone.
I've given the show more attention than anything else I've done. The fact that I'm not on my phone is bizarre, but I'm over it, and I enjoy talking to you guys. Jerry, did you just ask me who do I talk to in football that gives me all my information?
Yeah. Like, how do you get okay? So let's say I wanted to get this information.
Are you trying to get the game?
How do I get it?
I'm trying to think of how you could start. I'm trying to remember how I started. I mean, I think I broke in because people just felt bad for me because I would just cold call people a lot. Like, I would just call, you know, Jimmy Sexton would answer the phone. I'd be like, hi, my name is Dianna Russini, and I work at NBC 47 in whatever small town. And he's like, what? No, hang up. But eventually, I don't know. It's super competitive. I wouldn't suggest it be something that you do. Because, Jerry, you can't eat. You have no life. You can ask PFT. We've had plans about 50 times in the last 6 months that I've bailed on. Wow. And it's not because I don't enjoy the company of my friends. It's just, it's impossible to be present. So don't do this. It seems it's way more fun.
That's fair.
It's way more fun on Twitter. Jerry, let's do this. Why don't I just start giving you the intel I'm getting, and you can just start tweeting it out so I don't have to do it, and you can get all the glory.
Yeah, he's lighting up, Dianna.
Listen,
look at him.
If we could do that with the Steelers, I'd love that.
Jerry, you ever had a scoop?
I get scoops here and there.
I mean, like publicly. Have you ever? Have you ever?
I don't.
Have you ever been the guy that broke a story?
The dozen.
I'm the dozen insider.
Yeah.
PFT.
There is a rush, right? Like, if any of you, and Eric, I think you've done it before. Like, there's definitely
Government names, all right.
a intensity that comes with it.
Well, my dog
But what
did it.
happens-
It's my dog. My dog was a reputable. Diana also lied when you asked her how she got into the game. She would just copy my dog's scoops.
Okay.
And then she would put
that's
those
exactly how I got to where I got. 'cause
And, well,
you're
you used to have Leroy was behind you on your indoor TV live hit setup.
Is this the bone to pick?
Yeah.
We arrived here at the bone? Okay.
Leroy
You're
used to be in
right.
a frame
Leroy
that
was
on
back
your,
there.
on your bookshelf, and then he died. My dog died, and you threw him away.
Wow. Wow.
I do need to update. I need to do an update thing. Like even these pictures, like no one looks like that
I
anymore.
mean, what are those,
Everyone's
your
so old.
kids?
Yeah.
Where's Leroy?
What about my dog?
I know. And the thing is, like, I don't even want to display them. Like, they're such a distraction to my life. Like, I don't even know why I'm showing it off. Like, I say it all the time. Like, I'd be so good at this if I wasn't a mom. Like, I know that sounds terrible. I love being a mom, but like, it's a lot. Like even yesterday, like they're getting out of their car seats when like all this Harbaugh stuff is breaking, and they want to pretend drive. They're pressing the engine start. I'm like, just stop. But it's all part of it.
They don't.
Hey, Diana, real
They
quick.
don't.
This could be like 30 seconds. How real is Shieldhaas? Because he seems to be like this sexy, young, new McVay protege. But is that real, or is that just all of us projecting?
Projecting. No,
Okay.
he seems good. I think anytime you are getting this type of attention, it's because there's a lot of conversations going on behind the scenes about his potential. I had a conversation yesterday with a very high-powered agent about that idea of hiring somebody that we don't know that much about, that we're just hearing now and they're popping. And his point was, look, somebody hired Sean McVay when we all knew what Sean McVay was 10, 12 years, whatever, I think it's 10 years ago now, right? I covered Sean for years in Washington. And I mean, he was exceptional there. I will be the first to say I had no idea he was ready. None. In fact, I think I was pretty critical of it on Twitter at the time. Like, what a bad hire, you know? Look at me now eating that because he's one of the best coaches to do it. So yeah, I think it just takes one team willing to take that chance of, look, he's got the right characteristics. We can help mold it. But most of the times, the teams that are hiring these young guys, they've got to have the structure around him with older guys that have done it to help teach the ways, because coaches will always tell you, especially after they get fired, you are never ready. You have no idea how much they do. And I know we kind of mock the job, but they'll always say, like, you're never truly ready.
Like the Wade Phillips.
Good perspective. Yeah, that's what he went. He went and got Wade, right?
Yeah, it was Wade Phillips was the DC then. Yeah.
You're plugged.
And you could make an argument, though, in Cleveland, they've got Jim Schwartz there as the DC. That'd be a good landing spot for a nice young head coach, right?
True. You're plugged in Philly. It looks like they are moving on from Patullo, much to Max's pleasure. Who are they going to bring in? Who's Philly looking at right now? You know what I realized? There's a lot of Irish coaches out there. There's so many like
Irish. Kevin Patullo's Italian.
No, but I'm saying available right now. If you look around the league, we've got Irish guys coming out of everywhere. Like they're all Irish in the league right now.
Who's wait? Do we want to go?
McVay, Shanahan, McDonald, McDermott.
Oh, wow.
The Irish they're showing up.
Wow. It's like 1920s New York.
Yeah, the Irish. maybe that's what, in Philly, they're like, we like the Catholics, but let's get the Italian guy out, bring an Irish guy in. Who are they looking at for OC?
No, they ain't changing that. Sirianni's staying. They've got a good thing going on there. Don't push those Italians out. We need them in there. Look, if there is any team that needs to revamp this offseason, it's the Eagles. Like, look at the roster the San Francisco 49ers had on the field. You guys don't know this because you've never covered a game as a reporter, but you get like the roster sheet on your desk when you sit down. Mm-hmm. It's just like the lineup. It's not that complicated. But I was playing a game with myself before the game kicked off, where I put my hand over the names of the players on defense to see if I could name all the players on the Niners, because I couldn't do it. I knew I couldn't do it. It was bad because these guys joined the team like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And the point of that stupidity is just the fact that the roster is so good in Philly, and that they were really there. The only reason why they didn't do it was because of them. I just think it's going to take a lot of work this offseason to figure out what's the problem. What is it, right? Is it the offensive play calling? Is it the quarterback? Is it the wide receiver? Is it their relationships? So we'll see if they can fix it, because it'd be a waste if they don't.
I agree. I think we have the tweet that you put out
Which one?
When McVay was hired. If Sean McVay is actually ready for a head coach job, surround himself with experienced coaches. I still don't like this.
What is that date? 2017.
January 11th. Oh, it's today.
Oh,
The 11th?
So embarrassing. I'm going to send that to him
It's like the
and be like, hey, how'd your back from day one?
Yeah. So you got that one wrong, but that's okay.
Meanwhile, like Sean McVay, any interview I want, he'll do. Like, he plays the game. Like, he's such a good guy. I feel bad now.
And now, Ben Johnson's going to have to deal with like every iteration of the Shanahans after beating LaFleur. It feels like they're out for blood against him right now.
Yeah.
Now you've got McVay, then potentially Shanahan, and then I guess DeMeco Ryans is
Going
from that same
toe-to-toe with the whole
too.
tree.
Yeah. He's trying. Paul Bunyan.
Diana.
Sean Payton's Irish. I just thought of that. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
this is what I'm
consider
saying.
that,
Like,
dude.
The Irish can coach. I don't know what it is, but if I'm a GM,
that's going to be my column this weekend. That's the headline. The Irish can coach.
Diana, I can't thank you enough. We kept you for podcast length here. It's not generally integrated TV. Please feel better. Everybody should check out Scoop City, the excellent podcast that Diana does, as well as all of her wonderful work in the Athletic, New York Times. Diana, thank you. You're the absolute best.
Thank you, guys. Eric, I expect a Venmo for you. It's about $200 an hour or a minute.
Okay.
$200 a minute.
A minute? Okay. Maybe you put my dead
All right,
dog
I love
back
you
up
guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, Diana.
All right. She hates dogs. She hates
She hates your dog.
Yeah.
Well, he died, though.
But is that a reason that all dogs go to heaven? She should respect that dog.
Yeah, but I mean, he's kind of irrelevant to her now.
That shows you what it's like being an insider. It's like
It's like the next
the
thing.
second somebody becomes not helpful to you anymore.
Cancun Conversations coming up next. You're looking for the BBD.
Yeah.
Bigger, better deal. It's like the mask. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool, guys. Look, for many teams, the offseason has begun. Vacation time is here, meaning it's time to have some Cancun conversations, guys. What should some of the premier NFL franchises be looking to do as, well, the offseason starts? Jerry, the Steelers.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Well, I think
What's goal number one outside of getting a head coach?
restructure some deals. I would say you have to draft a wide receiver. Mandatory draft a wide receiver. I think TJ Watt stays. Cam Hayward stays. Plays out his last year.
Shout out Cam.
But I think goal one, besides the head coach, you got to either get a free agent, big name wide receiver, or you got to draft a really good one.
Who's
Really
playing
quick.
quarterback?
Raji, yeah.
I think what the Steelers should do if they bring in a new head coach. I don't know if this is the class to go all in on a quarterback. I don't know if you trade all those picks and move up. I think you wait till next year. I think you start Will Howard.
Yeah, the
Maybe it's a Trinidad conversation.
Go Chambliss?
Maybe it's
instead of
like-
Cancun.
What
A little Tobago.
What is
call
he?
it?
He's projected third, fourth round.
Well, he's undersized.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think he's what, like 6 feet,
Yeah, he's about 6 foot.
200 pounds. But he can play. You watched him play last
yeah,
week.
I would give it to Will Howard for right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes look. Dante Moore's not even in this draft anymore. We'll get to that a bit later in the segment as well. Jaguars, Cancun. I mean, I feel like this is a celebratory Cancun, right?
Yeah, I
They'd
think
be
it's-
happy.
I think Lynn Jones is with the team in Cancun and just pep talking everybody. Just,
Yeah.
you guys are awesome. What a season. What a great year one.
Yeah, I mean, you ever get drunk enough with somebody that you just started to work with that you're feeling great about how things are going? That's what Lynn Jones said to them. They're going to be in Cancun just saying that to each other. all
Yeah,
week. It's
over
like,
and over, yeah.
thank you guys for Duval. I appreciate it. Also, if you live in Florida, do you still go to Mexico to celebrate? I feel like you just go more.
I don't
south
know
of
how
Florida.
Cancun became. I mean, these guys have insane money. I don't know how Cancun became like the default place where they're vacationing.
Cabo's the other one.
I just don't. Like, there's so many better places to go.
Well, you think that
I don't believe that guys that are making tens of millions of dollars a year are going to Cancun.
Think they go to 30A?
You think Brian Thomas Jr. is going to Senior Frogs?
I think.
Been to Cancun?
Huh?
You been to Cancun?
I have been to Cancun.
Good spot.
It's an okay spot.
Big
I would
T's a
say-
big Cancun guy. I would not have guessed.
Well, the place I went, there was not enough to do. I need a casino. I need a golf course, but it was good. Good beach.
What I'm saying is, if guys like us are going to Cancun, then why are
Sure.
guys that are making the money, these guys?
Where should they go? Like
Like
Ibiza?
St. Bart's?
Yo,
that where
okay,
the
yeah,
elites
yeah.
go?
You go to
St.
Caribbean.
Yeah,
Yeah, you go
somewhere
rich
like that.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't
That makes
know.
sense.
But anyway.
Bad airport, Cancun, though. Really bad airport.
What do you mean?
Everything in there is, we went to Margaritaville. It was $180 for 2 people. When you walk out.
Margaritaville in the airport?
Yeah.
I was gonna make fun of that, but I've done that too.
I mean, that actually sounds awesome.
I just
That
can't
sounds
picture-
very American.
I just can't picture Trevor Lawrence having the entire world at his fingertips and saying, I want to go to Margaritaville and Cancun.
Also, when you leave the airport to go to your resort, there's like 3,000 people out there, all with different cards. They're like, you come here. No, I'm taking you. It's a nightmare.
Big T, we're
Like
sending you to
Colombia.
Europe, or we're sending you anywhere in the
You're
world.
sure
Where do you
not.
want to go?
Probably like Naples, Florida.
Wait.
I'll keep it
The
local.
fact that he started, that he led with Naples. I mean, they're gonna go to Naples.
That's my
Florida,
vacation
or maybe
town.
Paris, Texas.
No, you don't want to go to Mykonos? Ibiza?
No Europe for tea. No, see, and that's precisely why.
No Europe at all?
No Europe for tea. I went to London a couple years ago. Not a fan.
What?
It was just like New York, but way worse.
Wow.
Where, do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to Cancun, or do you think he's going to like?
No, he's
Costa
going
Rica.
somewhere weird.
We're going to Ecuador. See you boys in Quito. Yeah.
I don't get your implication.
He got some ayahuasca growing out in the
Sure.
jungle. Yeah.
All right, PFT, let's head over to your favorite team, the Commies. Great new stadium, which we'll get to in a second. Off-season plans. Dan Quinn, do you trust him at all? I mean, what's the deal here?
I think they're all sitting around right now just toasting each other. We got our guy, David Blau.
Yeah.
David Blau, great offensive mind. It was a power move by them. Every other team is now one step behind in the offensive coordinator hiring process because David Blau's name is crossed off that list. And then to double down on it, we hired Doug Williams' son to be our quarterbacks coach for next
Oh, no
year.
way.
Yeah, so Doug Williams, he obviously won a Super Bowl in D.C. and he is
Louisiana
now,
legend.
He's now like the advisor to the general manager, and so we hired his son to be the quarterback coach, and I think that's a name that everybody else was going to look at. So I feel like our work here is done. Probably attractive enough of a landing spot right now for Brian Flores to say no thank you to the head coaching jobs and take our defensive coordinator position. So I think we're reloading next year.
So y'all hired the best guys.
The best, our 2 number 1 guys that I had
hired the best guys.
on my personal list. Yeah, I mean, we're just, this offseason, we're just like, hey, can we just do the exact opposite of everything that we did this year? And I'm still optimistic on the future, by the way. I am.
You should be, because you hired the best guys and you may have the best new stadium. I mean, look at these renderings that just dropped, guys.
Ooh, the columns on the outside.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful stadium.
What body of water is that on right there?
Potomac River.
Oh.
Ever heard of it?
No, not really. You know what I mean. I don't know geography though.
Yeah, look at that thing.
That's gorgeous.
It's got the sunroof on it. Does your
So-
stadium have a sunroof?
I don't. So renderings oftentimes don't always pan out the way the original rendering is.
That is true.
But that's more of like the surrounding area, right? Like the stadium will look like this.
I think the stadium's going to
The
look
stadium's
like
gonna look like this. It's just more of the surrounding area might not be.
Yeah, what are those grass rooftops?
Are those parking garages with grass on top? Because I love that if that's the case.
It's green space. It's urban green
It's
space.
a little green space, create a little more oxygen. It looks nicer.
There, a couple of years ago, this was in the Snyder era in DC. Everybody was mad at Dan Snyder because he was existing and just being a world-class a-hole. And in order to get people off his back, he put out renderings of what he wanted to do to renovate FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It remains the most insane thing that I've ever seen. And they had no intention of ever following through with any of it. There was a wave pool, like a moat, that went around the stadium. And so in the renderings that they put out, you see dudes like surfing. I don't know if you've ever been to DC or Maryland in November. It's not exactly, we're not talking about Baja, California. My favorite part of the renderings usually, though, is when they have like a little Easter egg on the scoreboard and it shows them, like, for us, it would probably be beating the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like 50 to 16 or something like that.
Are you cool with the roof?
I like the roof. Listen, it's fully loaded. It's got a sunroof in it. I like the columns on the outside. We're just saying that on the inside, I think what they should do, they should make every column a statue of a president. All the presidents are watching the game.
If you look
on
at
the
like,
inside.
I feel like if you look at like traditional DC monument architecture, right, which does feel like the columns are trying to evoke here, it all does harken back to like like ancient Greek or Roman sort of architectural feel. We just don't have enough statues.
Yeah.
And that would be badass if they had statues of every single president lining the walls.
They tear them down, though. That's the problem. After a while, they start to get torn down.
Good point.
What about the Sean Taylor statue? Could y'all finally get that right?
Yeah, you're not talking about the old one.
I'm talking about the old wire statue.
The one that was a statue that wasn't a statue.
That wasn't a statue and had
I think
mismatch. It had like Adidas gloves and I think Nike pants.
Sean Taylor's my favorite player of all time. What they did with that was the worst thing.
Insane.
The worst way to ever honor anybody. It's like, here's a statue of you, but there's no statue. Enjoy.
I'll say this. I find almost every new mega stadium to be soulless, gluttonous, and excessive. I'm a fan of that one.
And I think
it's just the columns. That's how simple it was. All I needed was the columns.
You're gonna have concerts there. You're gonna have live events. I think they should have presidential inaugurations inside that stadium.
I'm sure what about like the RNC and the DNC?
Yeah.
Getting together there, do half and half the stadium.
Oh, like
for
the
each.
Rose Bowl.
Yeah, do it at the same time. Wow. Sick.
That's good.
All right, Judge Jerry coming up next. God, shoulder. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. We got a surprise for you. Ask WUB. We got a surprise question. Remember, guys, if you want to get your question, ask WUB on Twitter. We got them. The parallel park, and thank you to CB. The parallel parking segment reminded me that Jerry cut me off in Harlington Heights Road the other day.
Great question.
Listen, I'd love to know more. If you can get me maybe a time on that, I can confirm it was me. Or not confirm it was
Jerry, it was Harlington Heights Road. It was probably you.
It was probably it was probably me, yeah. But I tend to go to the speed limit on Arlington Heights.
Well, that's not what the accusation is. Not that you were speeding. It's that you cut him off.
Yeah, I feel like I cut. Okay, maybe I did. I'd like to know how.
Do you signal every time?
No.
Do y'all cut it?
If I'm too far in front of somebody, I mean signaling.
Is it okay? How about this?
Why not though?
I mean, what's the point?
Well, you just type it real quick and then you.
Yeah, but I don't need to tap it. They already know I'm already ahead of them. Just move over.
If there's a long turn lane with a long line, do y'all cut in?
No.
Do y'all jump and cut in?
No, I've noticed that here. Like, people do that. They just
I grew up in Atlanta. I jump. I'm an a-hole.
They invent their own turn lanes.
Yeah, I go in the green light, like I'm going straight, and then the whole time I'm watching. You're like, how far up can I get? And the second a gap opens, cut in.
It's chaos. You're the reason why society doesn't work, T-Bob.
I know. I feel bad. It's growing up in Atlanta. It was a lot of traffic. You had to drive like a psycho.
In the cycle, though. Change.
Oh yeah, I should break this. I know I'm not. No, I'm not rising above it, am I?
No.
I'm falling down to the. I'm perpetuating the cycle.
Yeah.
In fact,
I have an Ask Barstool question real quick.
Yeah.
Or Ask WUB. Hashtag Ask WUB. What would you call a team that paid an inferior team $800,000 to not play them? Allegedly inferior.
You pay them
A wubby? Wussy?
Yeah. Hashtag Ask WUB.
cowards.
Yeah, cowards. I would call them cowards.
Yeah,
Hypothetically, if that
hypothetically,
happened. If that happened with a major conference that did that to a group of 5 school, I would call them cowards.
What? I do not. Yeah, so thank you.
Virginia Tech paid JMU $800,000
wow,
to get them
out
off
of the
schedule
contract.
next year.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
James Franklin, he's got a good transfer portal class. What's he so scared
I
of?
don't know, because we beat them last time we played them.
No, maybe he was looking out for y'all. It was a safety issue.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Thank you, James.
Yeah. He didn't want to.
Thank you, James.
He didn't want to get y'all hurt. All right, it's time for a brand new segment. Judge Jerry, as Jerry is going to adjudicate some of the most controversial sports topics of our time. And let's start with some Sean Payton sound. This is something I'm very familiar with, being a Saints fan very long time. Sean Payton, the Broncos 1 seed, about to open up their playoff run in Mile High. And Sean is not just coaching up the team, but the fans as well.
For years, we were conditioned to raise the noise level when they broke the huddle. The noise level needs to be loudest when they enter the huddle. And then, can you do that? Hey, can we do that collectively for 120, no, I just need it for half the snaps in the game.
I like that he remembered. He's like, wait, no, don't do it when we're in the huddle.
Yeah.
There's 70 snaps. Jerry, when is the proper time for the fans to cheer the loudest?
Offense or defense? Does it matter?
I'll give you multiple proper times. So, offensively, when's the proper time?
I would say probably in the huddle.
Wait,
No, I think
when your opponent's on offense.
Yeah, you're at a
okay. When the opponent.
Hold on. Explain.
You're the
Dumb
home
it down.
team.
Dumb it down.
Okay. You're the home team. Your team is on offense. When's the appropriate time? The best time to cheer is loudest.
When the play stops.
Yeah, big play.
Big play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Defense. Now you're on defense.
Yeah.
When's the best time?
Third down.
Okay, that makes sense.
Third down for sure.
Now,
Gotta
are
be
you
loud
going to
on
do what
third
Sean said? Are you going to cheer while they're in the huddle? Are you going to be able to get that noise going, or will you wait until they get in line?
No, wait till they get to the line because you don't want to overexhaust yourself.
I feel like there's a slow rise. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah.
Pass play gets deflected. Now we're setting up a big 3rd and 7. And as the team starts to huddle, I feel like it does happen naturally.
Sean,
I don't think fans wait till they get to the line.
But they also
starts
I'm telling you, this
swell.
Broncos fan base is going to, because he said this, they're going to be cheering louder than they ever would have before
of
when
course,
they're in the
of
huddle.
course.
Right, but
He used to do it in New Orleans all the time.
he's telegraphing what to do. Like, if the Bills are smart, what if they just go no huddle? Then the fans will be like, wait, he told us to cheer.
Yeah, that's
in the
right.
huddle.
Then they're not
That's
going
right.
to cheer at all.
Yeah.
They're going to
Yeah.
be delayed.
Be
They're
silent.
They're all going to have to put it together. Like, oh, they're going no huddle. I guess we should be loud now. We didn't have instructions. We're going off script right now.
You know what I noticed during playoff baseball that's interesting about baseball is the home team fans will cheer for both offense and defense. When it's a big at bat.
Yeah.
If your team is pitching, they rise up and they make a ton of noise.
Yeah.
And if they're batting, you'll rise up and make a ton of noise. Whereas most sports, you only cheer when your team is on defense.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a good
But
No
point.
baseball, they'll do
communication
both.
needed in baseball.
Baseball, they'll do both.
All right, Jer. You know who TJ Finley is? Probably not.
No.
College quarterback. Okay, he is just committed to the transfer portal to Incarnate Word. Why this is important? It's his 7th year of football and his 7th football team. LSU, Auburn, Texas State, Tulane, West Kentucky, Georgia State, and now Incarnate Word. Jerry, what's the maximum amount of time that a college football player should be allowed to play college football?
5 years.
5 years.
5.
Should they be able to play all 5? Or are you saying they have to redshirt one of those 5?
Redshirt 1.
Okay, so you think that we should bring it back straight old school?
Yeah, I don't agree with. Even in wrestling has it a lot too. It's like these guys can wrestle for 7 years in college wrestling. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you a college wrestling guy?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that the rule when you were in school? You had 5 years to get
5 years, yeah, redshirt. I mean, yes, it's been the rule.
Five- 5 years to get
all of
forward.
So
college
how does this
history,
happen
right?
though?
Like, when
Is
he-
it a COVID thing?
I have no idea. How's he getting that?
COVID ruined this country.
So COVID gets you the 6th year, and a medical, I think, is the only way to get a 7th right now. Though Trinidad may be challenging that. The Pavia lawsuit is still going on with JUCO and whatnot.
But in our day, even medical, it was all part of like you could have just the worst things happen to you 5 straight years, and it was like they would just be like, "That's
Yeah, you
that sucks
needed.
for you."
Yeah, you needed like 2
was-
extreme season. You had to miss like 2 full seasons to get 1 medical. Wow.
And they would still just be like, "That's life."
Yeah.
Kid. Sorry, sorry about you.
I think the other day that if you, in order to like calm down some of the portal stuff, if you play for one school, you should be able to get an extra year.
Yeah.
And that might be just above like the 5. The 7 is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
7,
crazy.
It's Van Wilder. You're Van Wilder
yeah.
at that point.
But 6 you think is fine?
If you stay at the one school,
Oh, you get a bonus. Yeah, you get a bonus year for loyalty.
if you don't transfer.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I don't hate that actually.
Yeah.
5 years, you can play all 5. That's it. Easy and done. Because now they're trying to make the red shirt you can play 9 games. So this year we had guys quit after playing 4 games,
Yep.
so that they could preserve their red shirt. So now they're going to quit in the middle of November.
I'm kind of UT. Let's just do 5.
5 years, you can play all 5.
Yeah.
If you want to transfer, do whatever. Like I think it should be capped at you get 1 free transfer, 2nd transfer, maybe there's a penalty. I don't know, but fine, whatever. 5 years. You can play.
Yeah, half decade to make good money. That's like a good opportunity.
What if you're in school and you're getting your master's, then you get your doctorate?
Then go do that.
You can't play if you're
There is
becoming a
nothing
doctor.
precluding you from doing that.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to play as long as you're enrolled.
As long as you're advancing your
Yeah.
degrees. Yeah. I actually agree with that.
Jerry, you're also a golf guy. Mm-hmm. Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
Should he be allowed back in the PGA Tour?
Yeah, of course.
Now we know he has been, but should he have been?
Yes, of course, 100%.
Okay.
Also,
Did you agree with the penalty, the $5 million to charity?
Yeah, that was crazy. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Oh, like he should have had it.
I mean, I get, okay, you want to have a stipulation in there, something to charity. 500,000, $5 million.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, that's crazy.
He's got the money.
I know he's got the money.
And it's rumored with this player equity program that he's being denied access to, that he could lose up to $80 million. Fair or not?
Oh, wow.
He can lose $80 million?
Not out of his
Lose
pocket.
out on the opportunity.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
he can't get the equity. Because, look, I'm not the person to be delivering this message, but the PGA's always been a nonprofit, right? Mm-hmm. They're changing that. They're going for profit. They're, through some machinations, giving the players the ability to get equity in it and make money off of it. They're denying that to Koepka, which they are telling the other PGA Tour members, in order to justify all this, that look, that could cost him up to $80 million.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a big fan of Brooks. Me and his brother are pretty tight. We text from time to time.
You DM Brooks?
Me and Brooks are friendly. We've talked on multiple occasions. We've even hung out in person before.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
We've
What
sat
happened
down.
Was at the Live Tour, Big Kid and I interviewed Brooks, and then Jerry asked Brooks questions about his
Do we want to say that live? Yeah.
about his wife's feet.
Yeah.
About her toe.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
They're on good terms
nice
with
feet?
each other.
See how nice he is?
Asked about the nail polish.
Yeah.
The funniest part in this is that they clearly wrote the rule to exclude Phil Mickelson. They said if you've won a major since 2022, you're eligible to come back. And Phil won his in 2021. Oh, wow. And so, yeah, that was,
Why else would you pick 2022?
well, everybody, we go by twos. Yeah, we go by twos in this league. It was pretty much just like, Phil, don't even ask, don't bother. I'm glad that Brooks is back. I am. I think that Brooks is good for golf. I think that he's going to be dialed in and ready to go.
So is Liv just done?
No, I guess it looks like they're hanging on to John Rahm and maybe Bryson. But
Cam said he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out on those streets for the Live Tour right now.
I wonder what Jackson Dart's mom's toes look like.
Whoa.
All right, coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. Let's close out the show. A little Ask WUB. Get your questions in on Twitter. Hashtag Ask WUB.
Can't believe I cut that guy off.
All right, it's time to see what y'all want to know. Ask WUB. Every day you can hashtag Ask WUB on Twitter. We get to it at the end of the show. Oh, there you go, Jerry. You're all good.
Oh. All right. I also sent you CB. I sent you a DM on Twitter. Seen you'd been trying to make contact for a couple years now. I'd love to, break some bread. You live down the street.
Well,
Okay, there you go.
The story is this guy CB seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
a good
reached
guy.
out to Jerry a couple years ago, offered to fix his brakes on his car for him.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 2 years, Jerry cuts him off in traffic.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, bad luck. Also, thank you for the invite to the Halloween party. Couldn't make it. But
You got a history with this guy.
we got history. So
Have him to the sauna.
yeah,
Some
you're more.
California
Listen,
sauna.
CB, I'd love to have you over the house. My fiance will cook you a nice rice and bean pork chop Colombian dinner. We'll hit the sauna and cold plunge.
Oh, that sounds great, actually. All right, what do we got
Good
next?
time.
Poster says, "Ask WUB. If you could rule one ancient dynasty, which would you choose?" Ooh, I'm gonna go Mongol here, and it's all because this tree that they used to have. They had a tree made of silver with gold leaves, with these snakes that would wrap around the trunk and point in the cardinal directions.
Yeah.
And then they had all these pneumatic tubes set up to where the emperor could snap his fingers, and alcohol would start spewing out of the snake's mouth. But it would be alcohol sourced from the direction of the dynasty, right? So like if it was pointing north, it'd be like some alcohol from like the far reaches of the north, south. I think that's like the most badass thing I've ever heard of.
That is pretty cool. I would say maybe Rome when Mark Antony was around.
Yeah.
Just see what Cleopatra's all about.
I mean, bro.
Cleopatra, there was something about her.
Caesar and Cleopatra, she shows up, she's rolled up in the rug, they show up, they were apparently within 15 minutes getting it on.
I would say late 70s, early 80s Indiana Hoosiers.
Yep.
Say, yeah.
Good one.
It is ancient at this point.
That would be my answer. I would love.
Would you
yeah.
be afraid you'd screw it up though?
Yeah, probably, but that would have been something, man, to coach those boys. How
Yeah.
hard they played.
The Dash. Second time, a little bit longer this time. This one is again for Jerry. I have faith in this one. Fill in the blank. I like pina coladas and getting blank in the rain.
I like getting drunk in the rain.
Is that right?
Pina colada.
Not a ridiculous guess.
No. Pina colada.
I thought that's what it was.
You like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
Caught in the rain.
The story that this song tells is, it doesn't go with the vibe at all of the song.
No.
The story of this song is like a man and a wife, they try to cheat on each other and they put ads in the newspaper, like in the personal section.
What? That's right.
And then they both answer each other's ads and they hang out and they're like, oh, it was you all along.
They have a good laugh
Cheat on
about
each other, but I guess now we're back. Yeah.
it. Classic love story.
All right, we love you. We'll be back tomorrow. More WUB.